Welcome to this week's episode of Nikon's Birding Adventures. Join us as we explore the urban and coastal birding of the Palm Beaches, and as we go in quest of our golden birds for this episode, the urban parrots of Palm Beach. Let's go birding.
Florida is a birding mecca, from the colorful and distinctive natural populations of wading birds to the specialties like Florida scrub jays and red-cockaded woodpeckers, combined with the winter migration of flocks from up north. Palm Beach County is truly a birdwatcher's paradise.
This morning I'm with my good friend Peter Mendia, and he's got a job envied by surfers across the world because Peter surfs for a living. Peter, tell me about where you grew up and about surfing in the Palm Beaches.
I'm from West Palm Beach, Florida, and we're actually at the break I learned to surf at. We have right here Charlie's Crab, which is pretty much a predominant left. Down the street we got Reef Road, and there's big barrels. It's generally fun.
Well, let's get out in the water and see what Peter's talking about. Let's go surfing.
James, now we're at Lake Worth Pier. Waves look super fun. I know you're into birds, and some of my other sessions I've seen tons of terns and gannets.
Let's go out there and get some waves.
My son can surf pretty good also. Check this out.
This Birding from the Edge segment is brought to you by Nikon, manufacturers of the Edge line of optics.
One of the most awesome things at Phipps Park, after you've gone for a surf and you've got out of the water, you can come up and experience the white squirrels of Phipps Park. There are actually 3 of them here, which is phenomenal to have 3 of these very rare white squirrels in one place at the same time. They're not actually albinos, they are fully leucistic, which means that they've actually got black eyes, not the pink eyes of a normal albino squirrel, And to have 3 of them in one population at Phipps Park is very, very special. These are the awesome white squirrels of Phipps Park at the Palm Beaches.
This is Birding from the Edge. This Birding Adventures episode is powered by Nikon, the world leader in optics since 1917. And by Palm Beach County, Florida. Discover the Palm Beaches. And sponsored in part by Manfrotto, complete solutions for photographers and videographers. Visit manfrotto.us.
There's probably only one thing that Palm Beach County is better renowned for than its birding, and that's its sport fishing. This is the sport fishing capital of the world, and this morning I'm with Captain Mike Berry. We're heading out into the Gulf Stream to not only go look for some birds, but also to try our hand at some excellent fishing. Let's go fishing.
You know, we look for these marine birds to show us where the fish are. They see things that we don't see, so they're dropping down on the surface over here, whether it's flying fish or whatever. Something's getting pushed up, and the birds are hitting it as it comes up on the surface.
So what species do we have there, Mike?
Those look like seagulls. See, he whips out the, what kind are they card on me? I don't know, they got feathers, they're flapping their wings.
One thing about Captain Mike Berry, he knows his birds.
Yes, sir.
Seagulls.
Wow.
Oh my gosh, look at that.
Remember that day we were fishing and I texted you that picture of that bird that landed on Joey's head?
Oh yeah, that was a brown noddy.
A brown noddy, that's right. I couldn't remember what you called it. Yeah, in the middle of nowhere. And lands on the rod or lands on the boat just to, I guess to, you know, get a break, catch his breath.
It's quite amazing the relationship between fishermen, especially fishermen that know the ocean well, and birds, because it's a very close relationship. You're always looking for birds, diving birds. Like right now today, we've just got a really nice flock of laughing gulls and royal terns working together on a whole pod of bait fish over here. So that's a really good sign. We'll head over there and try and pull the lures through there and see if anything happens. But also, I mean, the times out here, we're always looking for frigates, right, Mike? We're always looking for frigates, because that's a good sign, right?
Frigate is the eye in the sky. He can see, and whenever you see a frigate, everybody on the boat always gets excited, especially here in South Florida, because we don't see them a lot. And when we do, they're generally on top of something. So you see the frigate, you go into game mode and get ready to catch something.
The reason why the frigate, magnificent frigates that we get here are such incredible fishing birds is because they don't actually fish for fish themselves. So they're not going out there diving like the terns are and actually diving right down like gannets and grabbing fish themselves. They rely entirely on game fish and dolphins and other marine mammals that are feeding on bait fish, because they only pick up the scraps. So they have to eat a fish that has already been eaten by another fish, and that's why they're a sure indicator that there are predatory fish out there when they're looking and circling like that in the sky. So you know, sometimes when the guys are out here fishing off the Palm Beaches, sometimes you've got to use birding tactics to actually get into the fish, right, Mike?
Yes, sir.
What are we doing here?
What we're doing is we're putting a kite up, and what the kite's going to do is it's going to help with our presentation on our live baits. It's going to hold the baits at the surface, so there's nothing in the water but our baits.
And you guys actually call this a bird, right?
We affectionately call the kite our bird, yes.
Palm Beach's proximity to the Gulf Stream allows a birder visiting the Palm Beaches to not only enjoy some of the great birding here, looking for Florida scrub jays and some of those endemic birds like red cockaded woodpeckers, but also to come out here and enjoy the bountiful sea life of the Gulf Stream. This is an incredibly rich area, and it's just a couple of miles offshore. So we've got this sargassum weed line that runs on either side of the Gulf Stream, and that's where a lot of these fish breed, and the baby fish in turn will attract all the seabirds. So you've got a lot of great sea life out here. Baby turtles will grow up in that sargassum weed line as well. And so it's wonderful to take a boat trip out here, do a bit of fishing, and then come and do some excellent pelagic birding as well. Got a sailfish here. Ooh, look at that. Man, this is Palm Beach right here. Sailfish capital of the world for sure. We just had a whole lot of frigates just circling, probably following these sailfish. And boom, right there we're on.
South Florida fishing at its finest.
There he comes up. Woo, look at that. Beautiful. Yeah. Look at the colors. He's all electric blue. So if we're lucky enough to get this fish close to the boat, we're going to put a tag in him from Grey Fish Tag Research. They're doing really important work on the conservation of billfish and all species of fish, in fact, around Florida and around the world. And tagging them is just a great way for us to, monitor what's going on with fish populations here in South Florida.
James is doing a great job with this Atlantic sailfish. 1.5 miles off the coast of Palm Beach, 5 minutes of fishing, and we got a sailfish on.
Oh yeah.
Here's our tag in our fish. He's feeling good. James put the boat in gear for us.
Sure.
And we're gonna revive this fish a little bit. Nice and easy, just in gear. He's biting my hand. Beautiful sailfish. There you go, perfect. We're gonna go into gear. We're gonna let a little water across his gill plates here. He had a long fight. James fought him well. And we're gonna let this guy go. Make him feel better. Help him to swim before he's too tired. Help him to get some current. We're putting the boat in gear to get some. Oh, he's feeling real good now. And there he
look
goes.
at those colors. Wow,
And there
beautiful.
he goes, swimming away.
Well, I tell you something, the Palm Beach is not just about the birding, it's not just about the wildlife, it's not just about the amazing scenery and the picturesque beaches, but it's also about some of the best game fishing that you can have in the entire world.
This Birding Adventures episode is powered by Nikon, the world leader in optics since 1917. And by Palm Beach County, Florida. Discover the Palm Beaches. The Palm Beaches have some excellent diving reefs close offshore that offer extraordinary opportunities to explore the fascinating world beneath the ocean surface. Massive schools of pelagic and predatory fish, different species of sharks, turtles, and smaller, brilliantly colored aquarium fish abound here. If you come down to the Palm Beaches to go birding, remember you don't even need to be an accomplished diver to discover the bountiful reefs. There are plenty of opportunities to snorkel the coastline reefs too, and be as thrilled by the sea life as you are by the diverse bird life above.
We're going in search of one of the most endangered large mammals in Florida, the Florida manatee. Florida manatee is nearly entirely herbivorous, which means it feeds on aquatic plants, and they're very, very partial to something called seagrass. And that's another very important resource that is vital for us to protect, is for these manatees to be able to feed on seagrass for generations to come. Now, manatees can feed on up to 1/10 of their body weight in seagrass every day. So you can imagine that a manatee that weighs 1,000 pounds is eating up to 100 pounds of seagrass every single day. You know, manatees are mammals, so they've got these modified forelimbs into these flippers, and their tail has been modified into this paddle, which they use to swim and propel themselves through the water. They've also got rudimentary hind limbs where the back legs were, and these now in a manatee are just floating bones. Manatees can get up to 1,200, 1,300 pounds. In very rare cases, they can get up to 3,500, 3,600 pounds, up to 13 or 14 feet long. And the Florida manatee is the largest of all the manatee species. In the old days, it's really tragic to think that people used to hunt these for their bones, for their meat, for their blubber. And some parts of the world today, they're actually still hunted and poached, which is really, really sad. But thankfully, places like Florida, manatees are now very, very well protected. So that we can hope that future generations, like my kids and their kids' kids, can see manatees for many years to come.
There are so many wildlife activities to be had in Palm Beach County, and one of the best is to come to Manatee Lagoon and get up close and personal with Florida manatees.
FPL made a commitment over a year and a half ago to rebuild a public space where visitors can come in, see and observe manatees, and also learn about manatees. This is done through our education center here at Manatee Lagoon. The whole project came about as part of a modernization that included a $1.3 billion natural gas plant, which is right next door. The natural gas plant provides the outflow that attracts manatees here. Our CEO made a commitment that when the modernized plant was rebuilt, this new facility would be a public access space for people to come and learn about manatees and the plant's interaction or relationship between manatees and the environment.
Here at Rock Jumper, we deal in the spectacular, from the iconic animals of Africa to the bizarre birds of paradise in New Guinea, to the beaches of Brazil, to the grand state of Alaska. We help you reach your dream destinations. With over 300 tours to over 100 countries, Rock Jumper leads the pack in adventure travel, and we want to travel with you. We also specialize in private tours. If you have a group of friends you're traveling with, or want to see the 7 natural wonders of the world with your family, contact us today. Our friendly, fun, professional guides excel in producing riveting wildlife experiences. That's why Rock Jumper's birding tours and wildlife safaris are so popular. And we offer dazzling photographic tours and unique cultural trips too. Roll with Rock Jumper and see the world. This Birding Adventures episode is powered by Nikon, the world leader in optics since 1917, and by pelagic polarized sunglasses, and by Palm Beach County, Florida. Discover the Palm Beaches. And by Hobie Mirage Drive Kayaks. Enjoy nature effortlessly.
The raucous sounds behind me belong to one of the most common urban parrots of Palm Beach County, the monk parakeet. They nest in these large colonies in these very, very big stick nests. These nests are most often found at electrical substations, sometimes on top of shopping centers, or even large telegraph poles. And they'll nest here in large numbers, heading out during the day to forage, and in the evenings they'll come back again, accompanied by much fanfare and lots of noise.
One of the bonuses about having a kid that's also besotted about nature is that I can get him to go find birds for me. Makes my life a whole lot easier. Joseph, can you go find me black-hooded parakeets?
Yes.
Do you know what they look like?
Yeah.
With the black hoods on them? They're also called Nande parakeets. You know which ones, right?
Yeah.
What sound do they make?
I don't know.
Something like that, right?
Yeah.
It's worth $20. Go get them.
Call me when you find them.
Okay.
I bet you it won't be too long until he finds them. He's pretty good. They fly over kind of every evening, every morning as well. And he's always cool. That's him right there. Hold on. Have you got them?
Yeah, I've got them, Dad.
Are you sure you know what you're looking at?
What?
Are you sure you know what you're looking at?
Yeah, they have that black hood on them.
Where are they? Tell me, where are you?
They're down by Dunkin' Donuts.
By Dunkin' Donuts?
So they're down by the thing down there.
Okay, cool. Well, I guess we're going to Dunkin' Donuts for some coffee, a donut, and some black-hooded parakeets. Joseph was right. We've got Nande parakeets at the top of this telephone pole. He says he's been seeing them in the evenings. I didn't believe him, but they're obviously nesting and roosting in these holes at the top of the telephone poles. And it's absolutely fantastic because this is one of the most highly sought after parrots in all of North America. The Nande, or black-hooded parakeet as it is sometimes known, is an exotic bird that now has self-sustaining populations in parts of South Florida. It naturally occurs in South America, with its stronghold in the Pantanal region of Brazil. These are absolutely stunning parrots with their nice black heads, brilliant green plumage, and contrasting red legs. Small flocks of these noisy birds can be found throughout the Palm Beaches. Just listen for their ratchety call as they fly overhead. Good places to see them include the Lake Worth Pier and the suburban areas of Palm Beach close to the Intracoastal Waterway. Although it's an exotic and it doesn't belong here, it's now a breeding population, and if you want to tick this bird for your ABA list, you've got to come here to South Florida. Good job, my boy. See, I told you he was good. That deserves one crispy Andrew Jackson for you to do with what you please. That's our golden bird for this week, black-hooded or Nande parakeet. See you next time.